So giving up those kind of draft assets, which means that now you can't go and pick up another defensive end next year to back up Aiden and get one early, in the first round, or package, some of your own picks to move up in the draft. I trust Brad Holmes enough in the draft. I would rather see him pick up another rookie that takes, 2 years to develop into a monster and have him next to Aiden, two young guys working together versus a guy that's in his 30s or gonna be on the outs of his career, still playing at a high level that you're gonna have to pay a ton of money to. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm hoping that Brad Holmes is kind of right there too, which, I mean, if you look at his record, he is. Myles Garrett, kind of the same situation. Too much money and probably would cost you more than Max Crosby. Now, the guys that I do like, Za'Darius Smith makes sense.
Yep.
Who is the other one that people were talking about? Max is done. Garrett's done. Who's the Giants? Hassan Reddick. Isn't Hassan Reddick going back to the Eagles, or is he staying with the Jets?
He got re-signed with the Jets.
There you go.
That's absolutely done for.
I told you that wasn't happening either. It's not happening. It's done. No. It's over. So there's 3. All right. 3 swings and you're out, you would think. But it's more than 3 swings. It's, Chase Young, it's Montez Sweat, it's all the players that these people keep talking about. They're not coming because it's not Brad Holmes. It's just not what he does.
Yeah. The ones I think are the most possible is that Ojulari from the Giants and Za'Darius Smith from the Browns.
Let me throw one more in the ring. This one has some legs to it too. I can't say from where. Probably should even say it. This is a name that you don't expect. Any clue who I'm about to say?
Guy from the Packers.
No. Who's another name that's been around the league a little bit? And what I mean a little bit, he's played for at least 4 teams. He's having a decent year. Oh, there it is, Tarantino. Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, but
now Clowney's had his issues.
Yeah.
All right. But when you talk about an opportunity, he's older. He's 31. He's a perfect, specimen when it comes to body size, 6'6", 274. Still plays with great speed. He has matured. He's not what he used to be. When you talk about scheme fit, he's played both 4-3 and 3-4. And I would say that he's had his better years early in his career when he was in a 4-3 more often. And throughout the history of his career, the Texans ran a 4-3. The Seahawks ran a 4-3. The Titans, I believe at that time, ran a 3-4. The Browns ran a 3-4. The Ravens, I think, ran a 3-4. And I think the Panthers... run a 3-4. But they do play a lot of their bases out of a 4-3 look. So they still have 4 down linemen, most often, but you've got that extra, linebacker that's off to the side that's up on the line, which is Jadeveon Clowney. Now, Jadeveon Clowney has, he's played both, off-ball linebacker and up on the line. So from a scheme flexibility standpoint, he can play both. And I would say that he's had his better seasons playing 4-3. When you look at the stats anyway, it makes more sense. His contract right now is not terrible. He's only under contract through 2025. And he would be about a $3 million cap hit for the rest of this year and a $14 million cap hit for next year. But he's only got $2 million guaranteed in each season. So if you were to bring him in right now and he plays through this season and you pay him $3 million and you dump him next season, it would cost you about $5 million. So yeah, all in, it would cost you about $5 million or less if you took him in this season and cut him next year, or if you took him in this season and traded him, or whatever. Maybe you keep him, but he's the one that makes the most sense from a scheme fit, flexibility, contract wise, money wise. And he's on a team that, is probably going to try to get rid of some players here pretty quickly. So I would keep your eyes out for Jadeveon Clowney. The other one, was Za'Darius Smith. And he makes a much better sense than Garrett does. He still has a fairly decent sized contract though. But the issue is all that void money, all of those bonuses, all of that stuff is going to hit the former team. So if the Lions are to bring him in, he's under contract through 2025. Everything from 26 forward are all void years. And right now he has dead money on his contract, 4, 8, 12, 16, about $18.5 million. So if you were to play for this season and next season, it would cost the Lions $18.5 million. But he has no guaranteed salary in 2025. So that gives the Lions a very good out. He's 32, again, right in that perfect specimen area, 6'6", 263. Statistics are great for him. The amount of TFLs that he's created, the amount of sacks that he creates. This year he only has 4. Last year he had 5.5. I mean, what more are you really expecting from him? I think that, if he can come in and give us 4 to 5 sacks for the rest of the season, that's great. But I don't think that we're going to live and die by his sack numbers. We just need someone that can be responsible off the edge.